Today on Brier Cemetery, we're doing an unboxing of the Crypt and Mausoleum archway. This is a combo. These two are meant to go together. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, and share. Okay, these are two pieces from Home Depot. I had them shipped in. They're pretty big boxes. If anybody saw the 12-foot skeleton video, you know what to expect. Another two great props from Home Depot. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to show them together. So you can buy these individually, but they're really kind of meant to go together, but you can use them in separate spots. So we're going to start with the base. Okay, so here we go. Let's open it up, see what we got. Got instructions on the cover of the box, of the inside flaps. Looks like we have some instructions on the inside. And here are all the pieces. Looks like we have a couple cardboard separators. And I'm going to take everything out of the box and we're going to see what it looks like. So here are all the pieces. It looks like you have your lid over here and then your base, and then you just have these two poles, so it probably goes together pretty easy. A and B just go together like this. If you look over here, there's just these little two hooks and they just hook into those two. So pretty easy. D continues the same way, just two little hooks and they hook in there to extend it out more. C goes on this side. It's just basically what we did on this side, but on that. E just extends that out, and then the final piece is going to be going this way. So we put F on back here and it completes the whole sides. The next step, you added those two braces in the middle, and all that's left now is to put the top on. And there it is with the top on. It's got really nice detail. In a second here, I'm going to just flip it, and I'm going to show the reverse side of it. And you could do other things with it too, like you can offset it. I'm going to offset it in a second here, just to give you a visual of what it would look like. I mean, this would give you an idea of maybe a cracked look. And then from there, I'm going to flip it and show you the other side. This would give you an idea of like a cracked look or kind of like offset, you know, to give it appearance that it's something's coming out of it or that something came out of it. So here it is in its entirety. This is the flip side of it. It's a big prop, guys. I mean, this is pretty big. It's bigger than I thought it was. So I give this prop an A+. I like it. We're going to put the Mausoleum together and we're just going to combine the two videos so you have one or the other. You can just forward to it. So let's get to the Mausoleum and see how that works. So here's the box for the Mausoleum. Let's get into it and see what we got here. It looks like it's the same thing. There's going to be instructions on the inner flaps and a bunch of cardboard inside protecting everything. So we're going to go through this. I'm going to pull everything out and we're going to get this thing hooked up and combine it with that. Alright, so these are all the pieces for the Mausoleum. It looks a little bit more involved than the Crypt. Your instructions, your headpiece, side pieces, the top piece, and we're going to assemble this separate, and then I'm going to combine the two. The first step, you have your base, and all you do is you add these side pieces. They're the push pins. So there's 4 of them, 2 on each side. These two side pieces just slide through those 2 poles that you put on each side. So now you add these side pieces. They're just these 2 push pins and they extend the sides. H is up here. The battery pack is in here. So remember that it's on this side and then you extended this side up to the top. The next part is adding the angel on top of the arch. It's a little tricky because there's a plug that's going to come out and plug into the top of this for the eyes. So it takes a little finagling. Okay, the next step is really difficult. Okay, so when you had those other two pieces up, you got to do that whole archway up here. What I found was easier is I backed up a step and I fastened these to the archway before I go up there because they're just push pins. Otherwise, you're up there and you have to line up 2 bolts along with one of those metal pieces like you'd see on the bottom of the pole, you know what I mean, like the push pins, and it's really difficult when you're up there. So I suggest storing it like this and also just putting it up like this, because all you have to worry about is 4 push pins and you can kind of line them up and then go around and just push them in. But it's going to be a little bit heavier. Much easier that way. I suggest reversing those 2 steps because it's so much easier just lining up the 2 on this side and the 2 on that side than having to go up there, you know, at an uncomfortable height and try to line everything up. The next step are these side pieces, and that's pretty easy. They just pop in. The next step is these end caps. There's 4 of them. 1 here, 1 there, 1 on this side, and then 1 on here. And all they do is they hide the poles. So it's a nice touch. So the last step is the creepy cloth. What you do is you put it over the top here. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to put a projector in here and then we're going to have a projected image. Now here's the interesting part. If you add the crypt, there's the back piece. The back piece is going to go in here and it's going to extend out. And then you're going to have an extra piece and then that alongside of it. So it's going to come out kind of big. Now if you look down here, if you leave this as a standalone, just leave these on. If you want to go with the crypt combo, you take them off and there's your side pieces. So you can extend it out. There's 1 on each side. We're going to take those off and it's pretty self-explanatory. The crypt's just going to, you know, rest in here. So there he is with his eyes lit up. 4C batteries. It's kind of a good thing. It will last longer than your AA's or your AAA's. They go in here. There's an on-off switch. I don't understand why it says it comes with a timer because I don't see a timer, but whatever. So they are C batteries. Okay, so there it is, its entirety as a standalone prop. It's really nice. You can make people walk through it. I mean, it is high enough. I would just do something with the base, maybe cover it, and then, you know, people can walk through it. It's kind of easy to do once you did that step. I'm telling you, do that step or else you're going to be ripping your hair out. And throughout the years, you getting those bolts and screws through there, because there are wing nuts up there. You got to kind of use wing nuts to fasten it. If they don't line up right, you're going to be poking more holes through that thin plastic. So just leave it like that, take it down like that, and then store it like that. And then next year it'll be easier for you to put together. So now it's time for the crypt combo. If you do get the crypt combo, do not put together the mausoleum. You need to take this whole piece off. You need to take the whole mausoleum apart. And you got to lift up the whole piece, and then you have to lift. You got to fasten that back piece that I had in the crypt video, and then slide all this over the top of the 4 poles. And then from there you can start building out. Once you get that all done with the back and everything, then you can just go on and just move this over to that. So it's pretty easy. And there it is in its entirety. You will not use those 2 pieces. So kind of figure on that, you know, going somewhere else or just putting it off to the side. So I love it. It's great. And I'm going to do projection over here. So I'll shoot another video of that soon. Another home run.